In the 1960s, Michelangelo Antonioni changed the landscape of cinema with films that broke away from traditional storytelling. Central to his vision was Monica Vitti, a remarkable actress whose magnetic presence and distinct style distinguished her from her contemporaries. Their partnership not only propelled them to iconic status, but also significantly influenced the film industry. Beneath her achievements lay a history marked by personal struggles and challenges. Vitti faced a childhood filled with emotional neglect and years of uncertainty in her career. Despite these obstacles, she emerged as a cultural symbol, showcasing resilience and talent. Her journey reveals a narrative of transformation, illustrating how she navigated her hardships to create a lasting impact on cinema. The exploration of her life and career offers a glimpse into the complexities of her character and the legacy she left behind. Born Maria Luisa Ciccarelli on November 3, 1931, in Rome, Italy, Monica Vitti faced a challenging early life. Her childhood was filled with turmoil and emotional neglect, which deeply affected her development. Unlike her brothers, who enjoyed more opportunities and freedom, young Maria often felt like an outsider in her own family. This sense of isolation was compounded by her mother's emotional distance, leading to a strained relationship that would influence Vitti's complex views on love, family, and marriage throughout her life. As she navigated these difficulties, she sought solace in storytelling and the arts. Even as a child, she showed a remarkable talent for performance, using humor and mimicry to connect with others and escape the loneliness that surrounded her. This early passion for the arts would later blossom into a successful acting career, but the struggles of her youth remained a significant part of her identity, shaping her character and her work in profound ways. Growing up in a strict household, Vitti faced many challenges that shaped her life. Her parents followed traditional gender roles, which meant they focused on the education and future of her brothers while limiting her own opportunities. This created a sense of longing within her for independence and agency. Instead of feeling empowered, she often felt powerless and constrained by the expectations placed upon her. Her mother's disapproval and emotional coldness left deep emotional wounds that would follow her for years. These experiences made it difficult for her to form close attachments later in life, as the scars from her childhood lingered. As she navigated her way through these struggles, she found solace in creative pursuits. Books, music, and impromptu performances for her friends became her escape, allowing her to express herself and find brief moments of joy. Through these outlets, she channeled her frustrations and began to carve out a space for herself in a world that often felt limiting. Discovering acting at the age of 14 changed Monica Vitti's life in profound ways. Theater became her refuge from the challenges of her home life, offering her a chance to escape into different characters and stories. Each role allowed her to forget her struggles, even if just for a moment. The joy she felt while performing was contagious, and she loved making audiences laugh. Comedy became a special outlet for her, a way to uplift her own spirits while bringing joy to others. However, her desire to express herself artistically ran deeper than just humor. She had a strong need to be seen and heard, to share her emotions and experiences through her performances. Her early days in school plays showcased her natural talent, and it quickly became clear that acting was more than just a hobby for her. It was a vital lifeline. This realization fueled her passion and commitment to the craft, leading her to pursue a career that would allow her to explore the depths of human experience through the art of performance. At 18, her life took a dramatic turn when her family moved to the United States. This change sparked a desire in her to reinvent herself, leading her to adopt the stage name Monica Vitti. This name would soon become a symbol of artistic brilliance in the film industry. However, breaking into the entertainment world was not easy for her. Despite her strong determination and passion for acting, she faced numerous challenges. Rejection was a common experience, and financial hardship often loomed over her. In search of better opportunities, she decided to return to Europe, where she joined a touring Italian theater troupe. This decision took her through Germany and other countries, allowing her to refine her craft and gain valuable experience. The constant movement and uncertainty of her life as a performer were exhausting, yet Vitti remained resolute. She held on to the belief that her breakthrough was just around the corner, fueling her ambition and dedication to her art. Her journey was marked by perseverance and a deep commitment to her passion for acting, setting the stage for her future success. By the mid-1950s, Monica Vitti was still searching for stability in her career. She landed a role in Niccolò Machiavelli's La Mandragola, a film adaptation of the classic Italian play. Filmed in Rome, it was a small but significant step toward her future success. However, fame and financial security remained elusive. She continued to take on theater roles to support herself, often struggling to make ends meet. The world of Italian cinema was fiercely competitive, and for an unknown actress with no industry connections, finding work was an uphill battle. Despite these challenges, she refused to give up, pouring every ounce of energy into her performances and refining her skills with each role she took on. Each experience, whether on stage or in front of the camera, contributed to her growth as an actress. Her determination and passion for acting kept her moving forward, even when the odds seemed stacked against her. The journey was tough, but her resilience shone through as she navigated the complexities of the film industry. Throughout the late 1950s, Monica Vitti was persistent in her pursuit of acting, taking on minor roles in films and television shows. While she was steadily gaining experience, none of these projects brought her the widespread recognition she longed for. She often found herself overshadowed by more established actresses in the industry, struggling to stand out in a highly competitive field. Despite these setbacks, she remained committed to her craft, refining her acting skills and deepening her understanding of performance. Everything changed in 1957 when she crossed paths with a filmmaker who would alter the trajectory of her career, Michelangelo Antonioni. Known for his cerebral and visually poetic filmmaking, Antonioni was searching for an actress who could embody the emotional depth and existential ambiguity that defined his work. Their meeting was not just a stroke of luck. It was the beginning of one of the most legendary director-actress collaborations in cinema history. Vitti's unique ability to convey complex emotions resonated with Antonioni's vision, leading to a series of films that would elevate both their careers and leave a lasting impact on the world of cinema. Their partnership redefined the roles available to women in film, showcasing Vitti as a powerful and nuanced actress capable of exploring the intricacies of human experience. This collaboration not only marked a turning point for Vitti, but also contributed significantly to the evolution of Italian cinema during that era. The films they created together became iconic, celebrated for their artistic innovation and emotional depth, solidifying Vitti's status as a leading figure in the film industry. Initially, Antonioni did not immediately see Monica as the face of his films. He first cast her in a relatively small role, providing the voice for a character in his 1957 film, Il Grido. While her presence in the project was minimal, Antonioni was struck by something unexpected. Her voice carried a certain emotional weight, an unspoken melancholy that intrigued him. However, it was not until he saw her on screen in another project that he realized her full potential. Monica possessed an extraordinary ability to convey emotion through subtle gestures, expressions, and an almost hypnotic gaze. Unlike many of the glamorous actresses of the time, she had an unconventional beauty that made her stand out. A face that could express vulnerability, strength, mystery, and sorrow all at once. Recognizing her rare qualities, Antonioni decided to take a chance on her, offering her a role that would change both of their lives forever. This collaboration marked the beginning of a significant partnership that would shape the landscape of Italian cinema and elevate both their careers to new heights. What began as a professional collaboration between Michelangelo Antonioni and Monica Vitti quickly evolved into a profound partnership that shaped the landscape of Italian cinema. Their relationship was not just about film, it was a deep personal and artistic bond rooted in a shared understanding of storytelling and human emotion. Vitti became more than just Antonioni's leading actress. She transformed into his muse, inspiring some of the most innovative and visually stunning films of the time. Together, they embarked on a creative journey that redefined the cinematic experience, pushing boundaries and challenging the conventional narrative structures of their era. Antonioni's films were characterized by their slow pacing, introspective nature, and open-ended conclusions, delving into themes of alienation, existential crises, and the emotional emptiness of modern life. Monica Vitti, with her haunting screen presence and remarkable ability to convey complex inner turmoil, was the ideal actress to embody Antonioni's vision. Their collaboration resulted in a series of films that not only captivated audiences, but also left a lasting impact on the art of filmmaking, marking a significant chapter in the history of cinema. Their first major collaboration came in 1960 with L'Avventura, a film that would become one of the most influential works of modern cinema. The story follows a woman's mysterious disappearance during a yachting trip, but instead of focusing on solving the mystery, the film shifts its attention to the character's emotional detachment and disillusionment. Monica played Claudia, a woman caught in the complexity of love, loss, and self-discovery. Her performance was mesmerizing. She embodied the character's restlessness and vulnerability with an almost effortless grace. The film's slow, meditative pacing and unconventional storytelling marked a departure from traditional cinema, and Monica's performance was crucial in making it work. L'Avventura was not just a movie, it was an artistic statement that introduced a new kind of storytelling to world cinema. Following its success, the duo continued their partnership with Alana and Lickless, further establishing Monica as the face of Antoniona's cinematic vision. These films solidified her reputation as an actress capable of portraying enigmatic, melancholic, and emotionally complex characters, roles that would come to define her career. Despite its artistic brilliance, L'Avventura initially faced a harsh reception. When it premiered at the 1960 Cannes Film Festival, it was met with boos and jeers from the audience. Many viewers were unprepared for Antonioni's unconventional storytelling and slow-paced, introspective style. Some critics dismissed the film as pretentious, struggling to understand its deeper themes of alienation and modern disconnection. However, within days, the tide began to turn. Prominent filmmakers and critics, including Roberto Rossellini and other influential voices in the industry, came forward to praise the film's innovative approach. They recognized L'Avventura as a masterpiece that challenged the conventions of traditional cinema. With their support, public perception shifted, and what was once ridiculed became celebrated as one of the most significant films of its time. This critical reappraisal highlighted the film's exploration of human relationships and the existential dilemmas faced by its characters, ultimately solidifying its place in cinematic history. Despite its rocky start, L'Avventura went on to receive major accolades. It won the Special Jury Prize at the Cannes Film Festival, marking the beginning of Monica Vitti's rise to international fame. Critics hailed her as a revelation, praising her ability to bring emotional complexity to the screen with subtlety and depth. In 1961, her performance earned her a Golden Globe for Best Actress, a prestigious recognition that cemented her status as one of the most important actresses of her generation. Suddenly, the woman who had spent years struggling to find her place in the industry was being recognized as a leading figure in world cinema. Her success was not just personal, it signified a shift in filmmaking itself. With Antonioni's direction and Vitti's captivating performances, Italian cinema had entered a new era, influencing filmmakers around the world. She had finally broken free from the limitations of her past, proving that talent, perseverance, and the right opportunity could turn even the most unlikely of actresses into a legend. With her rising fame and newfound financial stability, Monica Vitti could finally afford the independence she had long craved. She purchased an elegant apartment in Rome, a symbol of her hard-earned success. However, despite her deep romantic connection with Michelangelo Antonioni, she made a surprising decision. She refused to live with him. Her traumatic childhood experiences had left her with a strong need for personal space and autonomy. She had grown up in an environment where she felt restricted and controlled, and now that she had the means to shape her own life, she was determined to do so on her own terms. Antonioni, deeply in love with Monica and understanding of her fears, found a unique solution. He purchased the apartment directly above hers and had a private staircase built to connect the two. This allowed them to maintain their close relationship while still giving Monica the emotional and physical distance she needed. Their relationship was unconventional, much like their artistic partnership, but it worked for them, at least for a time. However, their love story was not without its difficulties. As time passed, tensions grew, particularly as Monica began to feel increasingly overshadowed by Antonioni's dominant artistic vision. While she owed much of her success to their collaboration, she also longed to carve out her own identity beyond his films. The pressures of maintaining both a romantic and professional relationship with a man as demanding as Antonioni eventually took its toll, leading them down separate paths. Before her eventual split, Monica Vitti made a bold and unexpected move. She pivoted from the deeply introspective and melancholic roles that had defined her early career to something entirely different: comedy. She was well aware of the dangers of typecasting. The world of cinema had already boxed her in as the muse of existential angst, and she wanted to break free from that mold before it became inescapable. Her decision to shift to comedy was a calculated risk, but it was also a reflection of her true personality. Off-screen, Monica was known for her humor, wit, and playful spirit, qualities that had been largely hidden in the somber roles she had played under Antonioni's direction. She longed to bring that side of herself to the big screen, proving that she was more than just a symbol of moody, intellectual cinema. This transition allowed her to explore new dimensions of her talent, showcasing her versatility as an actress. By embracing comedy, she not only expanded her range but also connected with audiences in a fresh and engaging way. Her comedic roles revealed a different aspect of her artistry, allowing her to shine in a genre that celebrated joy and laughter. This shift marked a significant turning point in her career, demonstrating her courage to redefine herself and challenge the expectations placed upon her. The move to comedy was not just a career decision, it was a personal journey toward authenticity and self-expression. In the 1960s, Monica Vitti fully embraced the popular commedia all'italiana genre, a uniquely Italian blend of comedy and social satire that tackled contemporary issues with humor and wit. This genre allowed her to showcase a different side of her talent, moving away from the enigmatic and melancholic roles she had portrayed in Michelangelo Antonioni's films. Working with some of Italy's most esteemed comedic directors, she demonstrated an astonishing ability to deliver sharp, clever, and often self-deprecating humor. Her transition into comedy was met with resounding success, as audiences were delighted to see her playful and mischievous side. Films like The Girl with the Pistol, released in 1968, highlighted her remarkable comedic timing. In this film, she played a Sicilian woman navigating the complexities of love and revenge, which allowed her to blend humor with deeper themes. This role solidified her status as one of Italy's most versatile actresses, proving that she could excel in both dramatic and comedic performances. Her work in this genre remains influential and beloved, showcasing her unique ability to connect with audiences through laughter and insight. Balancing between comedy and drama, Monica Vitti stood out as a unique talent in the film industry. Unlike many actors who find it challenging to switch genres, she moved effortlessly between the two, showcasing her versatility. Vitti refused to be confined to a single category, demonstrating her ability to engage audiences in various ways. Whether she was delivering a heartfelt monologue that tugged at the heartstrings, or participating in a perfectly timed comedic exchange, she captivated viewers with her performances. Critics often highlighted her skill in adding depth to comedic roles, transforming them into something more than mere entertainment. Vitti infused her characters with complexity, making them feel genuine and relatable. This rare ability to blend humor with emotional depth set her apart from her peers. As a result, she maintained her status as a leading figure in Italian cinema for decades. Even as the film industry evolved, she never faded into obscurity, continuing to leave a lasting impact on audiences and filmmakers alike. Despite the allure of Hollywood and the fame it promised, Monica Vitti chose to stay in Italy, valuing her artistic freedom above all. She received numerous offers from Hollywood, yet the idea of being typecast as the exotic European beauty did not resonate with her. Vitti understood that many foreign actresses were often reduced to mere symbols of allure, relegated to supporting roles that lacked depth and complexity. This was not the path she wanted for her career. Instead, she sought to portray multifaceted women, characters that reflected her own depth and talent. By remaining in Italy, she maintained creative control over her projects and collaborated with directors who appreciated her unique abilities. This decision, while it may have limited her recognition in English-speaking countries, was made without regret. Vitti prioritized her artistic integrity over the pursuit of global superstardom, ensuring that her work remained authentic and true to her vision. Her commitment to her craft allowed her to flourish in an environment where she could fully express herself. Although she never fully embraced Hollywood, Monica Vitti did occasionally work with international directors, lending her talents to films that reached audiences beyond Italy. She appeared in Modesty Blaise, a stylish, quirky spy film released in 1966 that became a cult classic. While the film itself received mixed reviews, Monica's performance was praised for its charm and wit, showcasing her unique ability to captivate viewers. In 1974, she collaborated with the legendary Spanish filmmaker Luis Buñuel on The Phantom of Liberty, a surrealist satire that further cemented her reputation as an actress willing to take on unconventional and daring projects. Unlike many of her peers, she never sought roles based purely on their commercial potential. Instead, she was drawn to films that challenge norms and provoke thought. These choices helped solidify her status as an international star, even though she remained firmly rooted in the Italian film industry. While she never became a Hollywood household name like Sophia Loren or Gina Lollobrigida, she carved out a niche that was uniquely her own, a fearless actress who defied expectations and left behind a cinematic legacy that continues to inspire. As the 1980s approached, the golden era of Monica Vitti's cinematic reign began to fade. Italian cinema was evolving, embracing new trends and younger stars, which led her to gradually step away from the spotlight. Despite her immense respect within the industry, the complex and emotionally charged roles that had defined her career became increasingly rare. Her final on-screen appearance in a Michelangelo Antonioni film symbolized the end of an era, providing a fitting closure to a career marked by their groundbreaking collaborations. Instead of seeking smaller roles to prolong her film career, Monica made a graceful transition into other artistic endeavors. She returned to her theatrical roots, rediscovering her passion for the stage where her love for acting first blossomed. Alongside performing, she embraced the role of mentor, dedicating herself to teaching young actors. By sharing her extensive knowledge and experience, she guided aspiring talents in honing their craft. This new phase of her career allowed her to give back to the art form that had enriched her life, ensuring her influence would resonate beyond the films she had once starred in. Always eager to challenge herself, Monica Vitti briefly explored writing and directing in an effort to expand her creative horizons. She experimented with screenwriting and even directed a film, Scandalo Segreto, in 1990, which she also starred in. This project was a personal endeavor that showcased her ambition to evolve as an artist. However, it did not achieve the success she had hoped for. Realizing that her greatest strength and passion remained in acting, she chose to refocus her energies on performing rather than continuing down the path of directing. Unlike some actors who transition seamlessly into directing, Monica found that she was at her best when embodying characters rather than orchestrating them from behind the camera. This self-awareness allowed her to embrace her true calling, storytelling through performance, whether on stage or screen. Her journey reflects a deep understanding of her artistic identity and a commitment to her craft that resonates with audiences. Throughout much of her life, Monica Vitti had remained resistant to the idea of marriage. Her childhood traumas and complex views on relationships made her hesitant to conform to traditional expectations. While she had been in significant long-term relationships, including her decade-long romance with Michelangelo Antonioni, she had always preferred maintaining her independence. This independence was a crucial part of her identity, allowing her to focus on her career and personal growth without the constraints that often accompany marriage. However, this perspective shifted in 1985 when, after over 10 years of companionship, she finally married Roberto Russo, a cinematographer and director. Their relationship had been built on mutual respect, love, and understanding, qualities that allowed Monica to feel safe enough to take a step she had long avoided. Their marriage was a quiet, deeply personal commitment, without the spectacle that often accompanies celebrity weddings. It was a testament to the stability and contentment she had found later in life. The bond they shared reflected a mature understanding of love, one that embraced both partnership and individuality. This later chapter in her life highlighted how personal growth can lead to new beginnings, even when one has previously shied away from traditional paths. The love between Monica and Roberto was a beautiful example of how relationships can evolve and flourish in unexpected ways, providing a sense of peace and fulfillment that she had long sought. Tragically, just a few years after her marriage, Monica Vitti's life took a devastating turn. She was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, a cruel illness that gradually eroded her memories and cognitive abilities. As her condition worsened, she withdrew from public life, disappearing from the spotlight that had once adored her. Unlike many of her contemporaries who remained visible in the film industry, Monica faded into obscurity, her once dominant presence becoming a distant memory for many. Her husband, Roberto Russo, remained by her side, fiercely protective of her privacy. He shielded her from the public eye, ensuring that she was able to live out her final years in peace, away from media intrusion. Her absence left a void in Italian cinema, and as time passed, her name became less frequently mentioned in mainstream discussions. However, for those who had followed her career and admired her work, her influence remained undeniable. The legacy of her performances and the impact she had on film continue to resonate with fans and filmmakers alike, reminding everyone of her remarkable talent and the joy she brought to the screen. Despite her later years being overshadowed by illness and seclusion, Monica Vitti's contributions to cinema remain profound. She was more than just an actress. She was a revolutionary figure who reshaped Italian and European film. Unlike many of her peers who found success within one genre, Monica effortlessly transitioned between artistic movements, excelling in both avant-garde drama and sharp-witted comedy. Her ability to navigate different styles showcased her versatility and talent. She was a trailblazer, proving that an actress did not need to conform to the traditional standards of beauty or glamour to captivate audiences. Her performances carried depth, intelligence, and an emotional complexity that resonated across generations. Vitti was the heart of Antoniona's most celebrated works, bringing a unique presence that elevated the films. She was also a force of nature in her own right, carving out a unique place in film history. Her legacy continues to inspire new generations of filmmakers and actors, reminding everyone of the power of authentic storytelling and the importance of breaking boundaries in the art. Monica Vitti's story is one of resilience and transformation, reflecting the struggles and triumphs of a woman who became a symbol of Italian cinema. Her collaboration with Michelangelo Antonioni marked a turning point in film history as they together explored themes of alienation and existentialism. Vitti's unique ability to convey deep emotions through her performances captivated audiences and critics alike, setting her apart from her peers. Despite facing personal challenges, including a difficult childhood and career uncertainties, she persevered and carved out a significant place in the film industry. Her legacy is not just in the roles she played, but in the way she inspired future generations of actors and filmmakers. The exploration of her life reveals the complexities of her character, showcasing how she turned her struggles into art. Vitti's impact on cinema continues to resonate, reminding us of the power of creativity and the human spirit.